What's up, guys? Welcome back to Misplaced... Oh, this is not Misplaced Cinematography. Welcome back to the Creative Pineapple. So today we are going to be discussing how to draw contours with grids. So in your assignment on Google Classroom, you'll notice that you already have a drawing and it has a butterfly. So basically what we're going to be doing is copying that butterfly onto a piece of regular paper instead of being on the computer. So to do that, what you're going to do is look at your computer. Now there's no special tool for this, that's why it can get a little bit confusing and a little bit tricky for what you're supposed to do. But you're going to grab the ruler up here, you're just going to click and drag it down, and it makes its own little guide in there. And you're going to go until it says the 1, that means it's at 1 inch. You can also check on the side over here where it says 1, you want it to be about there. Now, as you can see, I have some guides already in here, and that just makes it all confusing. So what I'm going to do is go to View, and then Guides, and then click Clear Guides, and that'll get rid of all of them. Now, if none of this is working for you in the first place, you can go to View, Guides, and make sure that this Show Guides is checked. Because if I have guides on here, let's say I worked hard and I put a few of them exactly where I wanted it, and I go to guides and that is not checked, then you can't see them even if they're on there. So go into View, Guides, make sure that the guides are viewable. Once that's done, let me clear these out for you again. You're going to drag these and bring them and make a guide for every inch. So we're going to put one at 1 inch. We're going to drag another one down at 2 inches. We're going to drag another one down at 3 inches. And keep going, keep going until you fill up the whole page. Go all the way to the bottom. Okay, and it might not go all the way. There might be a little space at the bottom. That's fine. Now we're going to do the same thing and go left to right. So we're going to grab this ruler on the left and bring that in until we get to the 1 inch. We're going to do it again and go to the 2 inch. Alright, so then once we have it to 7 inches down, 9 inches across, we have our grid. Now you can use this grid to draw. So basically what's going to happen is each grid, you don't have to number it, but just for the sake of easy to understand this, I'm going to number them. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to go to my scribble so I can number it. You can do this if you want, but you do not have to. This is square number 1, square number 2, square number 3, square number 4, square number 5, and on and on. Again, you don't have to number it, but if you want to number them all, that can help. Some people find that helpful. So then what we're going to do is take our piece of paper, and we're going to use our ruler to do the exact same thing. Now the cool thing is that most rulers are about 1 inch wide. So I'm going to go to the edge of my paper, and I'm going to make a line going down. And I'm going to count on my screen how many lines I have. And for me, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 9 lines. So I just made 1 line. Now I'm going to go line up this side with the edge of the ruler. Keep it nice and straight. Make sure it matches down here and up here. And if so, then we're going to make our line number 2. And we're going to keep going all the way until we've made 9 lines. Alright, and what you'll notice is that I don't actually have space for all 9 lines on the top of here. I can only fit 7. So I'm going to use that for the side of my picture. It actually goes this way because we got the small part at the bottom. So I'm going to use that for the side, and then I'm going to do 9 across the top. Now you might notice on the computer if you wind up making too many lines, what you can do is make a line for every 2 inches instead of every 1 inch. And then on your paper, still do it for 1 inch. And as long as you do it the same on the computer or the same on the paper, then it'll work. You're just going to make the image bigger or smaller. Okay? So we're going to go to the edge, and we're going to start working, trying to get our 9 lines. So there's 1. Alright, so we have 9 lines going across. So what you'll notice is we have a 1 inch grid across all of our paper. Now if we want it to match the one on the screen, then we can number them, and we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And sometimes that makes it easier to figure out where to start. So for our image, we start on the 6th square across the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 square. And then in that square, it goes from about 2/3 of the way over up to about 1/3 of the way down on the other side. So I'm going to go up like this. And then there's another line that matches it just beneath it. And that's our first square. So then we're going to do that for all the rest of the squares until our whole project is complete.